Let's talk about something that could literally change your life. It's a simple, science-backed morning routine designed to get your brain ready for success. And it all starts with the very first thing you do when you wake up.
I mean, really think about it. That blaring, sudden noise that rips you out of a dead sleep, what is that actually doing to your brain? It might just be the one thing holding you back. And we're about to find out why.
This analogy just hits the nail on the head. Your brain is not built for that kind of jolt. Forcing it from deep sleep to fully awake is like flooring it on a cold engine. It's stressful, it's inefficient, and honestly, it sets a terrible tone for the rest of your day.
So, to fix this problem, we've got to pop the hood and see what's really going on in there. You see, our brains operate on different frequencies, or brain waves, all day and night. The easiest way to think about them is like gears in a car. Okay, so it breaks down like this. It's actually super simple. Delta, that's your deep restorative sleep. Then there's theta, which is that kind of magical, groggy state right when you're waking up. This is where you're incredibly creative and open to new ideas. Then you've got alpha, which is a chill, relaxed state. And finally, beta, that's when you're fully awake, alert, and engaged, kind of like you are right now.
So the goal, the perfect morning, is to shift smoothly up through these gears. But that horrible alarm clock, it just yanks you from delta straight into beta, forcing you to skip theta and alpha completely. You're literally getting robbed of that powerful, creative morning state every single day.
So how do we fix this? How do we get our morning back? Well, by studying the daily habits of some of the most successful people on the planet, a really simple but incredibly powerful framework emerged. It's called the Movers Method.
And don't worry, this isn't some super complicated life hack that's impossible to follow. It's just an easy-to-remember acronym that gives you 6 powerful tools to build a perfect start to your day and take back those critical morning moments. So here's what it stands for. M is for meditation, to get that calm and focus. O is for oxygenation, deep breathing to wake up your system. V is for visualization, to prime your mind for what you want to achieve. E is for exercise, just to get the blood flowing. R is for reading, to feed your brain with good stuff. And S is for scribing, or just writing, to get all the junk out of your head.
But here's the absolute best part, the thing that makes this a total game changer. The entire routine, it only takes 30 minutes. That's right, just 5 minutes for each step. It's so achievable, it basically gets rid of every excuse you could possibly have not to do it.
Now, out of all those steps, I want to zoom in on one that might sound a little, woo-woo at first. But trust me, it's backed by some absolutely incredible science. Let's talk about visualization.
And to show you just how mind-bendingly powerful this is, we've got to look at this one fascinating study. It involved a group of people and a piano, and what they discovered will completely change how you think about your own mind.
Okay, so the setup was simple. They had one group of people physically sit down at a piano and practice playing a piece of music every day. The second group, they never even touched the piano. They just sat there and mentally rehearsed it, imagining their fingers hitting the right keys, hearing the music in their head. Both groups did this for 3 months.
And the results were, well, they were unbelievable. When they scanned their brains, the growth in the part of the brain that controls the fingers was almost identical between the two groups. Let that sink in. Your brain doesn't always know the difference between something you've actually done and something you've just vividly imagined. Okay, but even if you have the perfect movers routine ready to go, there's one massive trap, a mistake that millions of us make every single morning that can derail the whole thing before our feet even hit the floor. And that's grabbing your phone.
See, when you wake up, there's a battle going on in your head. You've got your ancient reactive limbic system. It's your brain's threat scanner. And you've got your modern, thoughtful frontal cortex. That's your command center. When you check notifications, emails, and news first thing, you're basically handing the controls over to your anxious, reactive brain.
And here is the truly scary part. The data shows that for most of us, that limbic system wins. We spend something like 80% of our day living in a state of reaction, of anxiety, of fear, all because we started our day by letting our brain's worried watchman take over instead of its calm CEO.
So what's the fix? Well, instead of that jarring alarm that makes you reach for your phone, there's a better way. It's a really simple technique you can literally try tonight. It's called Pillow Talk Power. Right before you fall asleep, just tell your mind, out loud, the exact time you want to wake up. It sounds crazy, but your subconscious is listening.
When you zoom out, you start to see this is about so much more than just having a good morning. It's about understanding a fundamental truth. The way you manage your thoughts is the very first step in creating your entire reality.
And it all follows this amazing path. I mean, think about it. It all starts with just a single thought. You repeat that thought. It becomes an action. You repeat those actions. They start to build your character. And over time, your character, well, that shapes your destiny. Mastering your morning is really about mastering that very first thought of the day.
There's this quote that just wraps it all up so perfectly. First you become here, then you become real. The person you want to be, the life you want to have, it all has to be built inside your mind first. You have to become it internally before it can ever show up externally.
So that leaves us with one last question. Because this whole process, this change, it doesn't start tomorrow morning. It starts tonight. As you're about to fall asleep, you have this incredible power to prime your mind for success. So, the only real question is, what are you going to tell it?